Welcome back, everyone. Nick Salute here. For today's SBT video, I wanted to talk about a recent event that's been getting quite a bit of attention, the Super Bowl. I'm sure the majority of you watched it. Great game between the Eagles and the Patriots, hard-fought battle. Congratulations to the Eagles who came out on top. Don't want to talk about the game as much today, but more on the marketing side of things in the form of the commercials. So every year, the commercials for the Super Bowl are pretty heavily anticipated. Companies pay top dollar to get spots within this time frame. I believe the price has skyrocketed this year to a whopping $5 million per 30 seconds. Taking this number into account, it's obvious that companies need to have pretty good content within that time. They want to make sure that their return on investment for this large expenditure is paying off, and I'm sure they have analysts that run numbers to make sure that it's a decent investment. But quite obviously, the content is extremely important. In recent years, with these Super Bowl commercials, it seems that the trend has focused mainly on comedy and trying to make their audiences laugh. For this year's Super Bowl, it seemed as though they moved away from that a little bit and focused more on tailoring to an emotional appeal and getting real personal with their viewers. A really good example of this was Budweiser's Stand By You commercial and their Stand By You campaign. For those of you that didn't see it, it was essentially a commercial that followed the day of one of Budweiser's general managers. It started with him kissing his wife goodbye in the morning and then heading into work, where he partook in a number of relief effort activities to areas that were devastated by natural disasters. Pretty emotional commercial, and then it finishes with a list of areas that Budweiser has helped that have faced natural disasters, and then it said, you know, wherever you need us, we'll stand by you. That was kind of their campaign. This isn't the only commercial that kind of utilized this emotional appeal and tried to connect with their viewers. There were quite a few that focused on kind of cultural components, which was pretty interesting. I think that these are done in an attempt to kind of bridge the gap between a multi-billion-dollar company and an average person. I think often there's a pretty evident divide between those two entities. So by kind of targeting in on an individual family or an emotional, cultural component, I think people can connect a little better. Me personally, I got to say that I'm a fan of the comedy commercials. I think those stick a little better. I find myself talking about the comedy ones the day after a little more than the emotional, cultural ones. But nonetheless, quite a few of them there. And ultimately, the Super Bowl game is all that matters, and then it ended up being a great one. So that's about it for me. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.